Welcome back, y'all. I had to say y'all just because, I think we're playing some cowboy era stuff. And, according, if you want to, typecast or stereotype anybody from the Old West says y'all. I mean, come on. Doesn't matter where you're from. They just say y'all. So, that being said, tongue in cheek, let's go ahead and get with this. We are headed into our arc number 2. Thanks to Michael Panish. He'll give you some more of the details there of what the Arc 2 is all about. But we are playing Monsters of the Week. So take a peek at the links on our YouTube. You can go check out this system on your own. You can also check out our first 3 episodes of this whole, I don't know what you want to call it, Mind F. You don't want to cuss too early if you're broadcasting on YouTube. Mind F brought to you by Michael Panish. See, I'm coming up with something new every week, what this is coming from your brain. But yeah, let's get into Arc 2. I'm going to give this all over to Michael. Welcome, everyone. It's all yours.
Well, thank you so much, Scooter. I've never had my work referred to as a mind F before. It's the first time for me, so thank you. All right, so welcome to Golden State Monsters, the epic Western saga of frontier madness and mayhem in the bloody heart of the California Gold Rush. I'm so very happy to have some wonderful recurring players and some new players as well joining us for our second arc, which is entitled Madness and Death in the Ice and Snow. It's, the weather's should be getting chilly. It's not. I think it will get a little chilly. In here in Sacramento, at least. I'm sure, Kat, it's always nice and cold up there.
It got a little hot for here in the summer, which was to say, over 80 degrees, which is just, that's hell on earth up here. We don't deal with it.
That's nothing.
I know.
Roads buckling and.
Oh. Well, it didn't get up that hot that the roads started buckling in Portland. We just have dancing frogs in Portland now.
We love dancing frogs.
Love them.
Of course, I'm in Tacoma, but still.
Yeah.
So things should be getting colder. So this is our cold weather arc. And our first episode of it is entitled California Murder Ballads.
I should know it's cold now, but yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's here in beautiful Sacramento. In the middle of California, it is getting cooler in the evening, so it's
lovely.
It's appropriate. Yeah, what's that?
It's lovely. I love the cold weather.
Oh yes, we need it.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully this arc will be appropriately chilling. Let's go ahead and meet the players. Please tell me who you are, who you're playing, and let's see. Let me hear what your character is like wearing to the cold. Like what's their cold weather ensemble like as we start our story in the small town at the foot of the Sierra Nevada mountains. Let's start with Nick.
Okay, starting strong, I guess. I'm Nick. Once again, I'm playing Levi Kessberg, the monstrous cannibal. And he's experienced the cold before. It's not to his liking anymore. But he sort of has a sort of like warm long coat that he has that he tends to wear. Yeah, I mean, he always has a long coat, but this one's a little bit more fuzzy.
Very appropriate. Also joining us, returning character from our first arc, and very happy to have her here. It is Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat, or as my character would have heard, I'm the number 4. Because in French, Kat is 4. Any rate, but I'm an American, so it's cat like meow. Anyway, tonight I'm playing Madame Dimanche. What she wears in the cold is a long white fur coat, and a little, hat. None of this is required. I don't actually feel cold or heat at all, but it is important to keep up appearances. My manservant Roberto is wearing a brown fur coat over a black suit. He has a little bowler hat. And we are looking forward to having an adventure, or maybe not looking forward to. I've been told that I have to have this adventure. I would rather stay home, to be honest with you.
Hey, sometimes you have to have the adventure. Adventure is mandatory.
I've been ordered by the Dark Powers to have an adventure, so here we are.
Next up, we are very happy to have her. It is a special guest star, maybe returning. We're grateful for her presence. It is Haley.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm playing Wyla Bennett, the host. She is easily distracted, but used to the cold. She's focused on what she wants. So she's wearing a top and probably a long coat with some overalls, brown overalls. Accustomed to the cold.
Forgot to mention my
I love it.
character's only spot of color is the green ribbon that's wrapped around her neck.
Ooh, love that.
Oh yeah, you can't forget that ribbon.
Mm-mm.
And then joining us as well, it's a Time to Tabletop mainstay. He ran, I think, no, we had one game in between, but he ran our last kind of like big long running campaign. So very happy to have him here. It is Patrick.
Hello, everybody. I am Patrick. I am playing Red Cassidy, playing the wrong playbook, a vaquero from California who's on the hunt for something. That's preparing for winter. For winter, a lot of his clothing is well worn, aged. Just a big, sort of like woolen pea coat with some fur lining and the coat collars, warm pants. Just very rustic looking, nondescript clothing as best as he can. Just trying to blend in. But I guess the big notable thing is a red bandana that clearly is not originally red.
Oh.
Whoa. All right. So all your characters have been touched to greater or lesser degrees by the supernatural. And you've kind of become hunters for hire. You sort of found yourself employed across California to deal with supernatural events that have been especially brought up by the gold rush and by the influx of all these new people just packing California and filling it up with greed, gold mining, and violence. And some of that has taken place in the small town of Shivers. It's a little town built on just sort of the entrance, the Sierra Nevadas. Right now, as we start our game, it's been a little while since our first arc, which was in Coloma, and the snow has fallen thick, unseasonably thick. As all you guys head into Shivers, following a letter for some of you were hired in person by Pomp Charbonneau. Charbonneau is, of course, the son of the famous Sacagawea, the Pathfinder who guided Lewis and Clark on their expedition. He's not a baby anymore, though he is the most famous baby in the world, perhaps. But he grew up, he was educated in Europe, and he's been like a mountain man out on the American frontier. And he was in California running a hotel when he has hired all of you to meet him at the Last Ember Saloon, which is sort of one of the few warm places in the town of Shivers. So you guys all come in, it's snowing, snow is coming down, getting like twisted about by the winds. It's fallen thick on this town, which is like most places in California, very ramshackle, uh, very like rock-hewn wooden buildings and tents that are now getting submerged by the falling snow. You make your way into the last ember, this one spot of warmth. There's like old wrought iron stove burning away, puffing out the smoke, keeping things warm. Some burning coals in there, and a whole bunch of or not a whole bunch, a relatively small amount of winter travelers all bundled up and like huddled together for warmth. Though I gotta say, Levi and Madame Demanche, as you can imagine, stand out. So, Red and Wyla, you can probably guess who you will be working with. In fact, I think Madame Demanche and Levi, are you sharing a table, or are you like kind of being a little bit apart until Pomp gets here?
I feel as though we'd probably be sharing a table.
Sure.
I don't know why I said that in character. They'd be sharing a table. Roberto's also there, but Roberto doesn't sit.
I gotta ask, what is Roberto doing?
Roberto is currently like standing behind Madame Demanche's chair. In case trouble arises, he'll be ready to fight. Trouble can arise at any
All right,
time.
so-
You have to be prepared, you understand.
At all times.
At all times. And my manservant is good at fighting me, not so much, huh?
So, Wyla, we'll
Alright.
say you pop in a little before Red does. I mean, you've already described your character's winter appearance. What else does Wyla Bennett look like?
Lila is kind of small. She's about 5'1". She's on the thinner side. She looks like she can be kind of pushed around, but she can't. She's an immovable force. She's very tough. She's very determined. I wrote kind of like a little blurb for her if it would be a little bit better of an explanation.
Please, I love a blurb.
So I wrote, after a month of empty pans and empty pockets, I finally found what dragged me up to these damn hills in the first place, besides my pride. A gold nugget. Gleaming and glinting in the afternoon sun, finally, vindication. This would shut up every man in that town who said I didn't belong in these hills. But as I lifted up my prize from the mud, a deathly chill quickly smothered me. I froze, expecting an attack. Instead, a cool liquid sensation filled my being. I felt it snake its way through my veins, pumped quickly through my heart and saturate my brain. I heard it then. A soft, pleasing voice, soothing and nearly intimate, from just behind my ear. It cooed softly into my mind, controlling my entire focus. Do not be afraid. We have chosen you to host us. So that's a little bit of how she became possessed, I guess, or hosting.
It's so cool.
Thank you.
All right, so I mean, now this gets some good dramatic irony. Like we as the audience know and the players know what's going on with Wyla, but of course, characters do not.
Yeah.
Safely.
So you pop over, you settle down. Levi, Madame Demanche, how do you greet this this seemingly ordinary newcomer?
I guess,
It's
yeah, Levi doesn't really say much. He's just sort of like hunched over in his seat, trying not to really like look at her. Like, he knows that she's gonna be like working with him, but he also doesn't want like scare her right off the bat. Although she probably wouldn't be scared too easily.
Meanwhile, Madame Demanche stares straight at you with her blank, dead eyes. I do not know you, but I'm presuming you must be a coworker to sit down with such familiarity.
Yeah. A coworker. You could say that.
I could and I did. My name is Madame Demanche.
Wyla.
Wyla. Very well, Wyla. I'm not eating anything, but I'm certain we are in a place that serves food, correct, Michael?
Yeah, but I mean, the food is in quotation marks.
I'm certain that they serve some sort of swill in this establishment, if you are hungry.
Not hungry, but I could use a drink. They could use a drink. We could use a drink.
All of you could use a drink.
You hear the owner, who, just like at Slops in Coloma, is shirtless somehow in the cold. His large amounts of body hair somehow keep him warm. He's like, "Got your swill here? Anyone want some swill?"
Yes.
All right, one bowl of swill coming up.
Thank you.
I'll put some squirrel in it, some mole, some vole, some chipmunk, some field mouse.
Okay.
Basically, whatever vermin.
He
you
throws a
can find.
bowl of this stuff in front of you. And then he's like, "Oh, would you care for anything to warm your bones as well? I got coffin varnish, paint thinner, embalming fluid,
Can you mix all three?
all the good things." What's that?
Can you mix all three?
You got it.
Thank you.
He starts pouring all this stuff together in a strange sort of a cocktail, and he serves some drinks around. At this point, Red, this is
I'm
when
sorry,
you
are
enter.
you literally serving embalming fluid?
He's like, "Look,"
Doesn't taste like it.
he's like, "Look, I can't tell you what I put in it. It's a trade secret."
Oh, but it's good.
Wow. He looks pretty impressed.
Seems like he might fit in well with this group.
So as you're throwing
if it was
back-
actually embalming fluid, I would like to have some, but I don't know. I feel like it is just a thing.
Amdemont, you get the feeling that it's probably not actually embalming fluid, but it's not far off either.
I feel
Don't know.
embalmed.
So as you guys are throwing some back, Red, this is when you enter, and you quickly know, these three, they stand out. These are the ones you're going to be working with.
You all see
Red,
stepping sort of. Sorry. Sort of stepping in from.
I was going to say, like, I know you kind of described your character's winter getup, but like, what else does Red look like?
Yeah, as you sort of see him sort of step in, and maybe just shy of 5'10", with all this heavy winter gear on, a rifle slung over his shoulder, a knife on his hip, and then on his left hand, which is his dominant hand, is a large hand cannon revolver with about a 19-20-inch barrel on it. He walks in, immediately clocks the group, clocks the barkeep, and then just like undoes his peacoat a little bit and pulls out a flask. The vibes, at least the Red, he sort of sits down with the group and says, "Zamir, the vibes in here are rancid."
Depends on your definition of rancid.
Mm.
I've seen worse.
There
Does
is
it
a
look worse
stench.
than I smell? That's probably me.
And
It
who
was here
are
before
you?
you came, but the
Oh, great.
booze helps.
And who are you specifically to be sitting here?
Man looking for a bunch of people who stick out like a sore thumb. Friends of Palm.
Hmm. Whether or not I'm friends with Palm, I'm not certain, but I do know of Palm.
Well, I don't know him that well either.
I've heard the name.
Well, you heard the name, might as well be friends.
Are you friendly with everybody whose name you learn? Is this why you're keeping your own a secret?
You can call me Red.
Okay, Red. You can call me Madame Demanche.
All right, Madame Demonge.
This is Monsieur Kasberg, and this is Wheeler.
Hello.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. Get booze. It's good.
Open my flask. I'm bringing it with me where I go.
Oh, that's fair.
So as you guys are exchanging pleasantries, Pomp Charbonneau himself walks in. He's a guy sort of an early middle age, wearing like nice kind of button-up shirt, sort of a string tie under like a beaded, fringed, kind of padded mountain man jacket. He's like very neatly cut, short hair, and this amazingly large, ornate, like Germanic-looking, like double-barreled monster of a hunting rifle on his shoulders. He walks over. The bartender's like, "Can I interest you in a bowl of swill?" And he's just like, "No, already." And he grabs a stool, sits down at your table. He's like, seems you got my letter, Mr. Cassidy, Miss Bennett."
Pleasure to meet you in person.
Hello.
Well, it seems we're all here then.
Pleasure is mutual. That we are. I see you've already met Mr. Kesberg and Madame Demonge.
They're hard to miss.
Stand out.
Even
Fair
though I try
assessment.
not to. It's kind of hard not to.
I make
I
no
had
attempt
the-
to not stand out.
I had the pleasure of witnessing their handiwork in Coloma. They saved a lot of lives against a foe that can best be described as nightmarish, I would
Bloodsucker.
say.
Could accurately be described as a vampire.
I heard that story. You did well.
Thank you kindly.
Vampire,
miss.
you say?
Hmm. Why? Are you familiar with them?
Specifically kind.
Palm Charbonneau says, "Well, I'm certainly not. I have crossed the entirety of the continent, nearly, as a baby. I have been schooled in the great universities of Europe, and I've survived several winters in the mountains, but vampires are a new one on me."
Surprise! I've heard
And-
that there are several vampires in Europe.
Oh, perhaps. I didn't encounter any.
They're mostly around Romania.
And what's more, interesting. Well, I don't think I'll be going there if there's if the vampire that I met here is anything similar to those. What I will say is that I think there is something similar at work in these mountains. You've noticed the unseasonably cold weather, I presume.
It has been quite cold.
Colder than normal
Yeah,
for these
but it-
parts.
Absolutely. It seems there's been a natural amount of storms, blizzards up in the passes. Quite a few pioneers and travelers, wagon trains have just disappeared without a trace, certainly swallowed up by the cold. And, well, this place, or the places nearby, Donner Pass, Donner Lake, they've got a unfortunate reputation, as I'm sure you know.
Spent some time there.
Heard the rumors.
Well, I fear that whatever it is will only grow worse. Will have to be dealt with. So I'd like you to investigate and see what's going on, and if possible, put a stop to it.
Okay. Do you have any leads on what it might be, or are we to sleuth it all out?
Well, there are two people in town who might provide some helpful information. One of them is a native of the Modoc tribe, a trader. Her English name, or what she's called, is Queen Mary. She travels down from the Modoc territory further up north. And there have been tensions and some violence with the settlers there, but for the most part, they have a fairly peaceful relationship. Apart from some particularly awful examples of violence that have chilled my own blood when I heard about them. But Queen Mary might provide some useful information. The other one is a lawman who has recently arrived in town by the name of Captain Harry Love. He commands a group of California Rangers, some sort of deputized, recently appointed lawmen. Of course, in the state we're in, really a badge is the only difference between those that enforce the law and those that break it.
Ain't that the
Nonetheless,
truth?
I do wonder what he's doing here and if it has something to do with the cold. So Queen Mary staying at the trading post at the edge of town, and Captain Love and his rangers have taken over the Grand Hotel, which is the rather presumptuous name for the 3-room boarding house that's in the middle of Shivers. You're welcome to see what light they could shed on these strange events.
Speaking of accommodations, where is it that we will be staying?
Well, you could stay at the Grand Hotel. There may be some rooms here as well, though I can't vouch for their comfort or lack of infestation with various creatures.
Hmm. And there's no bordello here?
There's no what?
Bordello?
Oh,
Nothing
there's
like that
some
out here.
tents a little bit further down where I believe carnal urges are satisfied. But this is all a relatively new establishment, so they haven't yet gone from whore tent to whorehouse. But I presume they'll be building one soon.
Most towns I come to have two things, saloon and a whorehouse, as you call it.
What town would be complete without them?
Pretty much what I've come across as well.
Between the two, I prefer to stay in the bordello.
I think you'd probably find a room there, but it may be cold.
No, I do not mean in a tent. I mean, as a general rule, where I stay is a bordello.
Oh, you can see he's like blushing a little bit. He's like, "Well, I'll leave you to it then. I'll remain here if you need any assistance. There's a few other of my associates, former or current mountain men, who are sort of coming in and out from the mountains. They might provide some valuable information as well." All right. So you guys have two leads. You know, there's Captain Harry Love and there's Queen Mary. Thinking of splitting up, or do you want to go visit them all together?
It would probably be best to go together. Probably together.
Insulting with the host, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to go together.
The
No.
name Harry Love amuses me. It sounds like fucking a werewolf.
Yeah, a little bit.
Nothing wrong with that.
Have you done it?
Ooh, me?
Wheela here said that there's nothing wrong with fucking a werewolf. I was curious if that has happened.
Huh? No.
Too bad for
Mm.
you.
Alrighty then.
Well, I think we just spoiled my second arc. Like, know what it's gonna be about now.
The second arc was us
All
going to
right.
try to seduce a werewolf.
Yeah, that's what it's gotta be.
Okay,
Also,
not me.
Sorry for earning us an R rating already.
So, are we visiting? Who do you think we're visiting first, Captain Love or Queen Mary?
Say probably Queen Mary. Get a lay of the land, see what she knows, and then ask these California Rangers what for is going on in this area.
Women do tend to observe and have most of the answers, so I think that's a good idea.
And a risk take.
All right. So you guys head across town. The snow's still coming. You get some like wind coming off the mountains, getting that like nasty knife cold, sort of freezing slash across your faces as you kind of bent over, make your way to the trading post at the edge of town. It's I mean, another kind of I'm saying the word I'm saying the word ramshackle all the time in this series, but I like it. It's a ramshackle sort of fallen down lean-to kind of place. There's a lot of like burly, furred up, bearded mountain man types who are bringing in like deer, beaver, things like that from the mountain, as they're kind of like getting ready to get out of the cold for what seems like a very early winter. You do spot Queen Mary pretty quickly as one of the few women that are there. She's like sort of youngish woman wearing like trade shirt, trousers, padded jacket, like bowler hat. Looks like, and she's kind of like looking over a bunch of pelts, some horses that she might have like brought in that she's looking to sell for some like other supplies. You guys, oh, there we go. Just good to know. Good to know. It
Minor
didn't
glitch.
freeze up there. Yeah. All right. So you guys like approaching here, or how do you make your approach to Queen Mary?
Presumably, you're Queen Mary, is her approach to Queen Mary. Roberto's standing 2 steps behind her.
Yeah, she like looks up, from the brim of her, you can see like, her eyes peering out from beneath the brim of her cap. She got like a cigarillo smoldering in the corner of her mouth. She gives you like sort of a low nod. Be like, that's what I'm called.
I was told that you might have some information for us.
Concerning what?
Happenings out at Donner Lake.
Happenings.
Unusual
She
events.
seemed intrigued, but you are going to have to roll a manipulate someone.
Okay, I think that's sharp, isn't it?
I think it's charm.
Oh, yeah. That would make more sense. That's fine. I've got that too. All right, I've got a 4 and a 2, and I get to add a 1 to that, so that is 7. So
7,
on
okay.
manipulate someone, I believe that means... I forget what that means. 7 to 9, they'll do it, but only if I do something for them right now to show that I mean it.
Ooh, okay. She's like, look, no offense to you, but my people have had a lot of experience with outsiders who come preaching peace, and it ends in a massacre.
I'm
And by
not,
my people, I mean I've experienced this.
I'm not an outsider. I'm from here. I live in these woods, in these hills.
Hmm. She gives you kind of like a long look and sort of like, before sort of like turning away. And she's like, I'll tell you what I know about the mountains and the kind of strange place that there is.
Any information would be helpful.
I will require something in return, though.
I would not expect anything to be free. What is your price?
She considers it and she says, I think in the future there will be a time when I need your assistance.
Quite good at assisting on many things. I can talk to spirits. I see them. There's some interesting ones about here, I can assure you. And if pushed, I can bring back the dead. But it is an arduous process. And you might not like what comes back.
She says, well, it's not that. If it was an arduous process to bring back people that I've lost, it would take so many years to do that thing, to bring them all back. So I won't ask you to do that.
If what you need is a gun, I can help you on that.
I think that might be it. If you're a little bit further north around Mount Shasta, I'll find you.
Keep an eye out.
And then she looks back at the hills and she says, Mount Shasta is one of many of these mountains that have a certain hold over people, newcomers and those who have lived here for a very long time. Mountains are always strange places, and the ones around here seem even more so, especially given the horrors that occurred up there in those peaks. I fear that it may have torn apart the fabric in an area that it was already weak. And if something new comes in, and an outside spirit that has formed these places, and one that is cold and hateful, it could find purchase and grow to a terrible strength.
Well,
I'm not sure what that spirit is, but I don't think it's anything around here.
do you believe this spirit
I don't think it's
is
anything
already...
from around here.
Do you believe
Right,
the
Mad
spirit
Demonch, what's that?
Do you believe the spirit has already come through?
She thinks about it and she's like, I think it has come through and I think it has taken roots.
This I must see. And she is going to try to channel into the monster. Because there's nothing she can
okay.
do. She's done it before. This is a weird roll. Oh, I'm putting these dice in dice jail. I rolled a 2 and a 1, and I get to add a 2 to that, which only brings me to a 5, and that's the bad outcome. That's the I don't see them, but they sure as heck just saw me.
Cool. No, I love it. All right.
On a miss, the monster becomes aware of me.
Awesome.
She just
Yeah, you get the feeling of like some kind of cold, evil, malicious intelligence up in the mountains that's now like fixated on you.
I could not see through its eyes, but I certainly got its attention.
8.
This is good and bad. It will probably hunt us down now, which saves us some time. The bad thing is, you know, it will be violent.
Violence is good. Violence is fun. We like violence.
No. Then
We like violence.
Then you're in with
Good
the
to
right
know.
company.
If it can bleed, I can kill it.
We'll find out if it bleeds.
Ah, then I suppose I cannot be killed.
I said I can kill it. I didn't say can't be killed. Figure out. I mean, I just met you. I ain't trying to figure out how to kill you just yet.
All right. So with that in mind, next up is visiting Captain Harry Love. over at the Grand Hotel. Any further business or questions for Queen Mary or stuff to get at the trading post? Or are you guys heading over to the hotel?
We'll head over to the hotel, but
Yeah.
first, Madame de Monch rolls back her sleeves and draws some protective runes on herself. Those runes might not do anything, but they make her feel better.
It's a peace of mind. That counts for a lot.
Very well. Seems I might be going back to my old stomping grounds.
Really? That is where you, became what you are, I suppose.
Something like that. I don't think it has anything to do with this new spirit, but something afflicted me.
Hmm.
Sort of affliction do you got?
A hunger. Let's put it that way.
What kind of hunger?
Ooh, okay. So with that in mind, you guys head over to the Grand Hotel. As explained, it's like 3 rooms, and most of them are occupied by like armed men at this moment. You see inside of the hotel bar, which is most of the hotel, a bunch of these like California Rangers who are all like heavily armed frontiersmen's type, wearing like kind of cattlemen's dusters, Stetsons, scarves. They're bundled up for the cold. They're like loading up their guns, cleaning their weapons, cleaning their knives, looking like they're ready to go out on a manhunt of some kind. Captain Harry Love, who's wearing like military blues, it's pretty obvious to spot him. He has like a bunch of like oversized epaulets. Those the fancy like gold braid on his outfit there. And he's got like some nice sideburns, kind of a tight beard. He definitely like Red. In fact, as soon as you come in, along with because he definitely he sees that like that huge pistol on you, like right away, and he gives you sort of the the gunslinger kind of like sizing you up immediately, and he's
Like
like,
men with
"Whoa
beards."
there, what's that?"
Like men with beards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or, at this period of time, men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It'd be weirder for a clean shaven.
yeah, that's fair.
Which is odd because Levi is weirdly clean shaven.
Oh man, he stares at you and he's like, he looks from Red's gun to your chin, and he's like, "Whoa, no whiskers.
Roberto has a very,
Truly
like,
strange."
well-groomed beard right now. It's clear he
Yeah.
hasn't had it for
That
a
one's
long
beard.
time.
Oddly well groomed, but at least it's a beard.
Yeah.
He's a
Levi's
fancy
sort of,
lad.
at this point, Levi is sort of like has the whole like brim of his hat sort of over his eyes. So
Clean shaven has its place.
been a while since I've been
Um,
able to grow it.
He's like, "Well, that is an oddity." He sort of
Unfortunate.
forces his attention back to Red, and he's like, "You strike me as a man who." Oh, did I freeze up for a little bit?
No, you just caught us waiting you to finish.
Okay. So he looks at you, Red, with that hefty shooting iron. He's like, "You strike me as a man who knows how to use that weapon. Am I wrong?"
You are correct. You strike me as a man who's about to lead a hunt on something. Someone.
And I am. Tell me, sir, what is your name, by the way?
Red Cassidy.
Captain Harry Love. Good to meet you. Tell me, Mr. Cassidy, have you, in your travels, ever had the displeasure of encountering a man by the name of Joaquin Murrieta?
Of the Five Joaquins gang?
That is correct.
Never met the man? Only heard the name.
We all have. I believe he's hiding out in these mountains. I have been entrusted to hunt down the notorious outlaw Joaquin Murrieta and return with his head. And this is what I fully intend to do.
One less outlaw is always a good thing.
This particular outlaw, his removal will be a very good thing, I assure you.
Oh, we're heading up in these mountains as well ourselves. Maybe a bit of story swapping can go a long way for the both of us.
I think so. If you see Murrieta provide information, I can provide a sizable reward. If you assist him, the consequence will also be sizable.
I ain't no
No.
friend of outlaws, so helping that man out will not be high on my priority list.
That's a good thing to hear.
You
Whoever
only
ended
want information on him. You don't want his head.
He's like, well, if you bring me his head, I would be appreciative. But I would just assume that you leave the hunting, leave the head taking to me.
I
You
grew
don't know me.
uncomfortable with this talking of taking heads.
I believe it's a
I
figure of
apologize.
speech,
Perhaps it is
ma'am.
not suitable for a lady.
He's more than capable.
Oh, intriguing. Casper, you actually noticed something.
Hmm.
And I think Madame Demonte, you would, or actually, speaking of werewolves or were creatures, Kesberg, you spot the hound, the sort of like were dog who was riding with Sam Brandon, who is like Sam Brandon's muscle. He is with the California Rangers. He's back in his human form again, this like kind of burly Mexican war veteran, wearing like a rumpled blue uniform. He's like a huge knife on his belt. This he's like thick square sideburns, kind of like wrinkly bulldog face. He's over at the edge of the bar, just throwing back the drinks. In fact, Kesper, can you give me a act under pressure roll, unless you would like to be noticed, because right now his attention is not on you.
Hmm. Could I actually? Well, no. I was gonna say I would maybe read a bad situation, but maybe that's not quite appropriate at this point. Oh yeah.
So I would say, unless you do an act under pressure, he's gonna know you're there.
Yeah.
I can do a collaborative effort with you, which allows me to give you a +1 on your roll.
No, I
That's
don't
very cool.
think I'm actually going to addressing the captain. He's going to Levi will say, "Didn't know you kept such wild company.
Ooh.
Is that
Before
gentleman
I
over
go
there
further,
going to be joining you?"
I should say that Kesberg and Demonte, you guys know that the Hound, who works for Sam Brandon, means that these guys may be connected to the Arcadian Club.
Hmm.
I would say, while on Red, if you've been in California for a while, you probably know a little bit about the Arcadian Club, which is it's sort of a gentleman's association of like occultists and like kind of shakers and movers in the new state. They like to do weird rituals out in the woods, and a lot of like big time like mining magnates, businessmen, like military authorities, powerful men make up their ranks. So you probably know the art, and they're into that they exist. They're into the occult. You might not know what the Hound is like working for them. So Kesper, the Harry Love kind of looks from you to the Hound, and he's like, he does his job. What's it to you?
If it keeps civil, I can keep civil.
It's fine with me. Let's all keep nice and civil.
Fair
And he
enough.
kind of like sits back and like folds his arms.
You seem to be keeping well.
Are you saying this to the Hound?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, yeah. He looks up from his drink, which he's of course lapping with his tongue. And he's just like, yeah. I remember you from Coloma. It wasn't too far ago. I just gotta say, you got lucky.
Sure I did. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, I can be civil if you can.
He's like, well, they're keeping me on a short leash, but time comes they let me off it. Well, you and me, we'll go dancing again.
Find out.
Easy, boys. You wouldn't want a woman to put you in your place now, would you?
I would pay good money to see this. Go ahead.
Wow. The Hound looks over to Harry to Captain Love. He's like, can I? And Love just like shakes his head. And Love, in fact, then says, all right, I think I've said my piece. I think you've said your piece. Why don't you be on your way now?
Before I go, I just got a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
And any animal attacks, Titans recently in this area? You ranger types seem like you might know a thing or two.
He thinks it over and he's like, not as far as I know. It seems more that the cold itself is what's doing people in. The blizzards and the freezes and so on.
Yeah, this
But my man
unnatural
will be
cold.
careful. Yeah. And I expect Murrietta's too cunning to die to the chill. Which is what I prefer, because I've been tracking him for a while now, and I want to be in at the death.
There been a pattern to this unusual cold that you've noticed?
He's like, not as far as I can see. It befalls those who are ill prepared.
Always got to be prepared.
True words, sir, were never spoken.
I guess we'll take our leave to not, poke the Hound any longer.
The Hound is just like letting out like a low growl, and his like one of his boots is going like up and down, continuously tapping against the floor.
Monsieur Love, can I have a word in private with you?
Who are you asking this for?
Love.
Oh,
Monsieur.
okay. Yeah, I think after everyone else files out, he's like, of course.
So, and this includes like our group being gone as well, by the
Mhm.
way. I apologize about some of my compatriots' manners. They are very effective at their jobs. Their jobs, they're not to be social.
He says, well, fair enough. I would say my job doesn't exactly require being social either.
Fair
So I
enough.
understand.
No. But there is an organization to which you may belong that I am quite interested to make contact with. I think that I could have beneficial things for them, and they could have beneficial things for me.
Oh, is that so?
I believe so.
Well, I'll put it in mind, but membership is quite restrictive. In fact, I myself am not actually a member. I'm sort of a pledge. I'm still trying to get my way in.
Hmm. Are there any women within your organization, or is it purely gentlemen?
He's like, no, it's only gentlemen.
I'm
Some of the
sorry.
things they get down to out in the woods, a woman would not want to be present.
Fair enough, then. I suppose I have, maybe of less interest in them, but I still have information they might find useful.
All right, fair enough. I will pass your words on to Mr. Brannon.
Hmm.
He is currently the highest ranking spider, to use the term they use in the Arcadian Club.
Now, was Brandon actually at the fort?
He showed up with the hound to like try and get the cross. So you did sort of see him, but it was kind of like a glancing thing. He was I think he was a lot more concerned with Kesberg trying to like eat his guys.
The last time I saw Monsieur Brandon, things did not necessarily go so well between my companion and him, but he might be familiar with some of the work that I did there. I summoned a creature. I believe that
okay.
the cultists would be interested in somebody that can summon creatures. But perhaps
I'll
not.
pass it on. Mr. Brandon is a very canny businessman, so I would say any opportunity would be intriguing to him.
Very well, I have left my companions literally in the cold for a bit of a long time now. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure indeed. He like touches the brim of his hat. So, Madame Demanche, as you head out and rejoin everybody, you see that Pomp Charbonneau has met you guys as well. He's looking a little bit worried. He like hastens over, kind of high stepping through the cold, his boots crunching his way through the snow. He rushes over to join you. He's like, "Oh, there you are. I fear that it's happening again. A storm without warning has broken out over the mountains and stranded somebody up there. I caught a glimpse of some smoke from a fire that was drifting off the slopes. So I think if you can, I would like you guys to go ahead, see if you can find them, provide some relief, and maybe discover what's going on here."
We could certainly try.
I would appreciate it. I'll take the time to get some more supplies together, arrange a relief expedition, and I'll follow you up there. I fear that I'm setting you into danger, but I also think that you can take care of yourselves.
Danger's easy. We can handle that. Well, yeah, we can handle that.
All right. So with this new mission to head off into the snow to find some of like these trapped people, are you guys like? I think Charbonneau gives you like some sort of an expense account, so you can like get a horse if you want to do that, or another kind of critter to ride, or you want to get like some snowshoes or a sleigh or something like that.
I would imagine.
Yeah,
that
we'll
I'd
kind of
my
go around.
own-
What's
Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
Probably imagine that Red would have his own horse in general, just being a Californian cowboy. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
also-
of course.
I'm also kind of thinking the same thing since Wyla is from this area, so she lives close by.
All right,
Madame
we
Demange
got
is
we got to.
Hmm?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Madame Demange.
Madame Demanche is 100% getting a sleigh,
Oh, nice.
drawn by a white horse, preferably.
Awesome. In fact, Kesper, describe yours. We got to go around and we got to do a horse report. We got to get some good horse descriptions going on here.
Well, that's true. She does
Uh,
have a horse, which is a white horse, so.
Oh, yeah, you can see you brought that horse here. It's pulling the sleigh that you're riding around in.
Sure.
Levi, are you going with the horse or are you going on foot? Like no shoes or skis or something.
Seems that everyone else seems to have a horse.
I'm also buying snowshoes in case we go to some place that the horse cannot go.
Okay.
Two sets
Guys, you bring
for
those
myself
supplies,
and
and I'll
for
assume
Bethany.
you guys bring other like cold weather gear.
Yeah.
A tent's probably a good idea.
Oh yeah. But yeah, let's go around and do horse report. We should get like if we get some kind of like cool musical sting here, like horse report and some cool graphics. Let's talk about. We talking stallions? We talking mares? We talking ponies? Or a little stockier? Maybe you get like a mule or a donkey if you're getting kind of wild with it. Are we talking roan? Are they paints? Like these are the things we got to know. Are they quarter horses? Are they thoroughbreds? Red, let's start with you. What kind of horse are you rocking up the mountain?
I'm
Oh yeah, sorry, Red.
You don't have to go into just like you can describe its color or whatever if you don't want to. I don't know if you know all these are the horse details. It's okay.
I'm probably riding just the Mustang that I would have used in my normal life before I became a monster hunter. Just a Mustang, simple, saddle bit. It's got its own sort of like, cloth over it to sort of keep it warm during these colder climates. Sort of poncho that I now sort of like pull over myself as I start mounting up. It's just sort of a. I don't know the exact colors off the top of my head. My grandmother's gonna kill me for not knowing my horses that well.
Mustang's good. Like Mustang is like perfect. Like that describes the horse very well, I think. All right, so we got a cool Mustang for Red. What is Wyla riding?
Wyla is riding her normal Appaloosa horse. It's white and kind of black. It has black spots over it. It has just a normal saddle, normal reins. It's her everyday workhorse.
I love it. Good workhorse, good Appaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect choice. Madame Demontre, we're just going with like the Snow White, the pale horse, that kind of thing.
It is a pale horse, yes. There's a white Arabian horse. I have put little green ribbons in its hair to match the run around my neck.
Awesome.
Stallion.
Yes, so cool. How about Levi's horse?
Yeah, my knowledge of horses is very little.
Totally okay.
It's probably on the bigger side, since Levi is a larger man, or at least a taller man. Being at 6'5", but he's not really too heavy, so but it looks like it was once a very strong horse, but it's starting like it almost looks like being in the presence of Levi has sort of made it look a little bit more
monstrous.
Kind of.
Whoa.
Not quite like
cool.
to the point of like having like it just looks a little bit more gaunt than you would think. But,
ooh, okay. Amazing horse description. So that concludes horse report. Well, you can end the graphics again, add the little musical stinger. The game can now continue. So, mounted on all of these awesome horses, you head up into the mountains. You're following a trail. You can indeed see it. There is a little bit of smoke, kind of like in the distance, rising up. But as you keep on going, like the wind really picks up, the snow continues to come down. You're in like sort of like a snowy forested area. So there's all these like the dead trees, the limbs, very like thick and heavy with snow. The frost kind of like weighing down the branches. There's like heavy snowbanks at the end. Wyla, where do you think you are in this in the kind of column of riders following the trail? Are you sort of like hanging towards the back or in the front or in the middle?
I'm probably hanging towards the back. I like to take up a further back defensive position so I can
You're
respond.
kind of like riding drag.
Yeah.
All right. So as you're riding around, you notice it first. You see like coming through the trees, a little bit of sunlight creeps through the snow and the wind of this like gathering snowstorm. You see the sun glint on like ice, and you see a sort of humanoid figure of like solid snow and ice, a kind of like a snowman, but not the frosty holly jolly kind. It looks like a humanoid figure sort of carved out of the snow with like solid icicles sort of wedged through, giving it like claws, and it just has like a featureless white snowy lump for a face.
Does
And this
everybody
thing
else
is like
notice this?
sort of I think you're the first one. It's like loping its way through the trees and kind of heading towards you guys.
Okay, I'll probably give a little like wolf whistle to try to attract the attention of the others.
Ooh, okay. So as the storm worsens, this thing like kind of charges over and starts like making a run for you. Wyla, what do you do?
I'm going to leap out in front of its intended target because I'm probably from the back, and since I see it first, I'll probably go quickly, and I will do my best to block it before it hits, or get in its way. Become the first thing it hits. Tankify it,
Ooh, okay.
if you will.
So are you you say you're trying to like protect your team, or are you trying to like do more damage to this creature?
Protect the team since the creature's lumbering towards us, right?
Yeah.
So
that strikes me.
I'm gonna put myself in between the creature and the team in kind of like a defensive position.
Okay. Are you going with the protect someone move, or is there a move? I gotta look at the host real quick. Is there like a host move you're doing?
No. My bad. Can I do? I'll do a whispered advice then instead of charging out in front. I'll grab some advice from my host or my parasite. I get a +1 hold to read a bad situation, even on a miss.
Ooh, okay. Very cool. All right. Would you like to do the read a bad situation right now?
Yeah.
Or are you going to try and... Okay. That makes sense. I'll say it hasn't quite reached your squad just yet. So
Okay.
go ahead and do the read a bad situation here.
All right. So let's see. So it's 0. Am I rolling a d20 for it?
2d6.
2d6.
Yeah, please don't roll a d20. It could go way wrong or way too good.
4 and 3.
Pretty good. And then you're going to add your sharp. Or let me double check
Which
the move
is
again.
0.
Sure.
Okay. So
Okay.
7.
So 7.
Success.
Yeah.
7's pretty good.
You get 1.
Okay, so go ahead and you get to pick one option. What's my best way in? What's the best way out? Any dangers we haven't noticed? The biggest threat? What's most vulnerable? Or what's the best way to protect the victims?
What's the best way to make it more vulnerable?
Ooh, okay. I think you deduce this is a creature of ice and frost, so anything with its like heat would hurt it really well. But you also think like most mortal weapons could like do damage to it too, with varying rates of effectiveness.
Does
All
anybody
right,
have
you
a
have a plus. This is before they invented lighters. You got Flint and Tinder.
Does
You guys
anybody have
lanterns?
Of course I have,
Whoa.
but that takes a second.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have lanterns going. Let's bounce over to Red, and then we'll swing over to Madame Demanche, and then Levi there. Okay, so Red, this creature is like about to be on your party. What do you do?
I see the creature coming towards us, correct?
Yeah, the snowman.
Draw a big iron, spur on Teehee, and just rush the thing and try to take a shot at it from horseback as I run past it, trying to like basically begin harrying it and try to force it back.
Awesome. Okay, go ahead and give me kick some ass.
What's a 6 and a 4 already? That's me a 12.
Way to do it. Amazing. Okay, go ahead and pick an extra effect as well as just doing your pistol's harm on it, which you can tell me that too, how much harm your big iron does.
It is 3 harm. It is close and loud.
Holy
And
shit.
we're
Okay.
in blizzard and icy conditions. Not always the best combination of keywords.
Whoa. All right. Which one are you picking for your extra effect?
I'm gonna pick the I'm gonna say we completely hold the advantage. So everyone else in this fight gets +1 forward.
Ooh, nice. Or I think it says give +1 forward to another hunter. So I think it's just the next person gets an extra +1.
I'm thinking for the because I got a 12. I guess that's on a 12
Ooh,
plus.
I don't know if you have the enhanced move.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
does it
might
have to be
enhanced
enhanced or
move.
something? Oh, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I tried to do that once too.
You're right. It's been so long since I've played Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
I
It's
will.
okay. It's one of the advanced improvements we can get though.
I will force them where I want them. As I'm taking shots, I kind of want to move them into that like sunlight, so that we can clearly see this thing as like the light refracts all over the place from this creature made of ice. It's just sort of like this dazzling target that everybody can see.
Oh, nice. All right. So you just like you swing out the pistol. Are you how do you like what is kind of the shooting method that Red Cassidy uses? Is he like fanning it? Just kind of like
Not in
you know,
this moment,
boom.
because he's not trying to like kill the creature. He's just trying to like force it. So he's doing more like single herring shots with his left hand as he like reins his horse around and kind of like just basically kites the creature as best he can from a distance while on horseback.
Nice. Your bullet, as well as like driving it into the sunlight here, just like blows right through its side, takes off its arm. A huge amount of snow and ice like spills out, crashes onto the into the snow behind it. You hear like the musical sound of the ice crunching, and the snow falling away. And yeah, now this nearly bisected snowman is visible to everybody. Madame Demanche, what do you do?
Sure.
Oh, and
she's
Madame
going-
Demanche, you get the idea that like the entity that is behind this that is the same one that saw you earlier.
Right. She's going to summon a monster into the world because that's what she specializes in, and that's what she's gonna do.
Let's do it.
In this case, a salamander. If it fails, might I suggest that it's the animal a salamander rather than the giant fiery monster
Oh, man.
salamander.
What a letdown. You're looking for the mythical one, you get the normal one.
Salamanders are cool though.
I do love especially those hellbenders. I love those guys.
I just think that would be a funny result if I fail.
All right, go for it.
Okay, I didn't need the contingency. So I've got a 7 on the die, and I get to add 2. That makes it a 9, which means it functions imperfectly. I do summon the creature, but there's a glitch that you can pick out of the glitch options.
Nice. Let me check out the glitch options real quick here.
Mhm.
Ooh. Let's see. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a short duration.
That's
So you're able to
perfectly
hold the
fine.
salamander for like a little bit, but it's gonna slip away back to its home dimension in a little bit as well.
That's fine. And yeah, so the fiery creature lunges forward, and Madame Demanche says, "No, I cannot summon a light. but I can summon this.
Nice. The salamander just like, or actually, man, why don't you describe it? How does the salamander, and this like does destroy the ice guy, the snowman. How does the salamander take him out?
The salamander opens its big, like, amphibious reptilian. I mean, it's always hard to know exactly what a mythical salamander looks like. Opens up its mouth and just like breathes fire on this thing, you know, and just clamps down with its fiery maw, and tears it apart.
That is so cool. Yeah, it just like collapses in this like melting mass. Gouts of steam come up as the snowman collapses. Levi, I think you were having a particularly bad time being in this like familiar area, and the cold is just like bringing all these bad memories back. How is Levi feeling?
Funny enough, like the cold doesn't actually affect him physically, but it is definitely a mental toll on him. But I think it definitely sort of brings out the hunger more, so to speak. Sort of like that, the memories of his time literally starving.
I think with sort of those enhanced senses, you kind of you sort of like cast them out a little bit. You look further down the trail, and you see a snowed-in wagon. So that brings back some more bad memories. But this one does have like living people. You see kind of like a small family. Looks like a father, a mother, and a son. The son's maybe like 8 or 9. And they're all kind of like, they seem like in a very bad shape. There's a bunch more of these, they're snowed in. Their oxen look like they're dying or dead or like stuck in the ice. Their wagon is like almost half submerged in the falling snow, and a bunch more of these snowmen are kind of like creeping their way over the snow drifts and like heading for them with murderous intent. You can see the father has like gotten a muzzle loading rifle, and it just like fires its one shot, and then he's like hastily reloading as the mother's grabbing like a pitchfork to try and defend the family. But yeah, they're going to be overwhelmed very soon. So Levi, what do you do?
I will basically just say to the group, wow, words fail me right now. Sorry. Yeah, it's like, found who we're looking for. Follow me, and sort of ride up ahead. And as I sort of get closer, to one of the creatures, I just sort of like get my feet onto the back of the horse and then just leap off of the horse and sort of just go for the snowman.
Whoa, amazing. Okay, give me a kick some ass.
Alrighty. With my fun, get to do that with weird because of my unholy strength.
Love it.
That's not with a 3 and a 2 on the dice. Well, actually, with my +3 and weird, it brings it up to an 8.
Wow, unbelievable.
I can
All
offer
right,
collaborative effort if you want to try again.
And you
I think
do have, I don't think Madame Demanche used that +1 that Red earned. So,
I thought Red changed his mind. about
Yeah,
it.
I changed something else.
oh yeah, my
Yeah,
bad.
did
Sorry.
Force it. Yeah.
I think since I've already rolled the dice, I think the collaborative effort.
I have to do it before you roll the dice. Sorry.
Yeah, I've already rolled the dice. No, it's all good. No, I think eight's fine. So yeah.
Okay. So with that, Yeah, you guys are trading harm. How much harm do you do?
Yeah, I'll say that I like basically just bite in, like as I sort of like wrap around this thing, like I just sink my teeth right into the snow and ice. So I do 3 harm, actually technically 4 harm because I add +1 harm to the base. So 4 harm intimate.
Nice. Yeah, you tear this thing apart. You do take 2 harm as it's like icy claws kind of stab back into you.
Because of my
But
immortality,
yeah,
I only take
Kesper,
1.
describe like how do you nice. How do you tear this snowman to pieces?
Like I said, I think like like I literally just sort of like with my just bury the face in the neck and like going out and like as soon as like I lift my head from the neck, like because it's snow, you don't really notice that I took a chunk out of it. And besides the huge chunk of from the head as it sort of like somewhat like falls over, like, and then he just sort of stands there.
Amazing. Yeah, the snowman just collapses.
He just sort of stands there looking for the next one.
Yeah, the family like just stares at you in awe, and you have like a bunch of melting ice in your mouth, and the water kind of like courses down. It's strangely refreshing.
Yeah.
Wyla, you ride up to this right now. You see the mother of this family is like going toe to toe with one of these snowmen with her pitchforks, or with her pitchfork, but like she is going to be overwhelmed. What do you do?
I would probably pull out my shotgun and attempt to go for a headshot.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead and roll to kick some ass.
All right. D6 again.
Yeah, 2d6.
Yes. And then you add your tough.
So 3. Shoot. Where'd it go? There we go. Okay. So 3 and 1 plus 2. So 6 altogether.
Ooh. Okay.
That-
Good news is, actually, I mean, someone could help out.
I can help out
Yeah,
on
make it
my
at 7.
turn.
It's right on the cusp. What's that?
I said I can help out on my turn.
Well,
Or
I
we
think there's
can-
the help out.
I can
Move.
jinx.
Ooh. Okay. There's the help out move. Do you want to do the help out, the jinx move, though?
Yeah, I'd rather do the jinx move.
Okay. Let's have you do that. What does that look like, and what does that kind of
Sure.
entail?
So what I'm doing is I'm going to interfere with the enemy. It steps and like its foot fuses with like the ice below it, like it becomes one with the ice right there. So it kind of trips it up. If that makes sense.
Ooh, awesome. So does that give like a +1 or?
That'll give a +1 to the hunter, yeah.
Oh, perfect. That make it a 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, if I do really well, I can hold 2. But and I did do
Ooh,
really
all
well.
right, let's do it.
I finally rolled good dice tonight. I got a 6 and a 5, and I get to add 2. So that's a 13. So I will, number 1, give you +1 forward.
Thank you.
Wyla. And then second of all, I'm going to inflict 1 harm on the creature, as it tearing back up its foot is going to like pull chunks of it off.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, Wyla, go ahead. So that brings you to a 7.
Yes.
How much harm does the shotgun do?
3.
Ooh, okay. I mean, that takes the thing out. I will say you're going to take one arm. You're going to take 1 harm as the arm flails out and like kind of comes apart in an icicle, sort of like punches into you and stabs you a little bit.
Okay.
You will take 1 harm, but it
Can
is difficult.
I soothe thoughts? So 0 harm, intimate hands, sedative calming?
I think so. Is there any reason like you can't use that on yourself?
I don't think so, because it says soothe thoughts.
Yeah. I think that works. Okay. Um,
To avoid the harm.
I don't know if it's a healing thing. It says it's in the weapon. Oh, actually no, yours just protects you. Hand sedative calming. Um, I don't know. I think that is technically a weapon.
Oh, okay.
I think it just means like it calms people down. I don't know
Oh,
if it
okay.
heals you necessarily. Yeah.
Got it. My bad. I'll
Yeah,
take the
that's
harm, no
okay.
problem.
Yeah, so you mark one harm.
Okay.
I don't think you mark experience because it did move it up to a 7, but we'll get. I think we're gonna get much of experience at the end of this.
Okay.
Okay, and now there's only one left. Red, you see that it has like jumped on the father, who is like kind of you trying to use his rifle to like bash it off, but it's like smashing his gun down with one icy hand, raising the other, aiming those icicle claws down for a stab. What do you do?
I'm going to protect somebody. But I have a special move for the wrong. It's called Never Again. In combat, I can
love it.
choose to protect somebody without rolling, as if I had rolled a 10 plus. I just cannot suffer little harm. I'm going to do that and inflict harm on the enemy. As I leap off of my horse Teehee and just pull the knife out and just stab this ice creature as I topple into it.
Amazing. Okay. So are you picking inflict harm on the enemy?
Yes. So it means I will suffer some harm from this.
Okay. I think you'll take one harm as its icicles like jab into you. But you like just go crazy with your or how much damage does your dagger or knife do?
It only does one.
Okay. So you've heard it decent amount. You're just like ramming the dagger down. Snow is flying, but you can tell this thing is some more in it for sure. Yeah, but it's definitely hurt. You're like on top of it, like hacking away with your knife. Carving up the snow. I think that brings us to Madame de Manche.
I think that I technically already used my action.
Oh, right, with Jinx. Okay. So that brings us to Levi.
So I guess if there's just the one left,
Yeah, it's like Cassidy is like on top of it, like just cutting it up, or Red is rather.
okay. Then I guess if I can't really like get in there myself since Red's already on top of it, so I'm just basically just gonna get the family up and sort of like away from them, and as I do that, I would like to do my unquenchable vitality to try and heal myself.
Okay, go for it.
So 4 and 3 plus cool, so that is a 9, so I heal 1 harm, which is good. That's all I needed.
Ooh. Well, I should ask, what does that look like when you do this unquenchable vitality? What physical weirdness does that represent?
Well, it's basically just sort of like if the family like looks closely at sort of where the icicle went into him, you would basically see like the icicle melt itself, like I'm guessing it sort of like broke off inside like in the wound, and so what little is like poking out just melts as the wound itself starts to close up.
Whoa. The parents aren't looking, but the little boy is looking, and he's like, mouth just like falls open in amazement and terror. Wyla, we got one of these snowmen left. What do you do?
Okay. What do I do? Is there anything that I can offer help to Red? he's kind of on top of it, cowgirl, so to speak. So
You could just like, I mean, I think you could still attack it. Like, he's on it, like kind of sitting up, I imagine, stabbing the knife down. So
can I use my shotgun again? No, trust you.
I think it'd be kind of loud for Red, but I think you definitely just like swing the muzzle of the shotgun down this thing's face and pull the trigger.
Okay, yeah. I like that.
All right, go ahead and roll, kick some ass.
Right. 1, 3 with a 5.
I've
Oof.
got no way of helping that.
Yeah, I think that is still going to be a failure. All right, well, hey, go ahead and mark experience.
Okay. Sorry for your ears, Red.
That's fine. Don't need them anyways.
Can I?
I think what happens is that as you were leveling the shotgun, a brutal gust of wind swings by. Like the storm, this like building blizzard just been getting worse and worse. And the wind actually like knocks you down and off your feet. You fire the shotgun, it goes wide. I think you were gonna take 1 harm with like the force that it like falls as you like fall onto your back.
Okay.
And you get the feeling that the blizzard was like doing it on purpose.
Okay.
That there's a malevolent force behind
it was
this storm.
perfectly timed.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Madame Demange.
Is there any way I could go next?
Red, Levi, you guys okay with that? Okay.
Fine by me.
Okay. So Madame
Madame
Demange,
Demange, what do you do?
she's been slowly walking up to this whole scene like it's not even happening. And when she gets up to this last snowman, she just kind of holds out her hand, like, and she's gonna try to do the big whammy to it.
Whoa. Okay.
All right, I got a 6 and a 5 on the dice again. I get to add 2, so So what the
Holy
big
shit.
whammy does is it does 2 harm, close, obvious, ignore armor.
Whoa. Okay, I mean, I think between that and the damage Red has done to it, this thing is gone. How is it destroyed?
She just like walks up to it in a giant, like where she gestures to, like a giant hole just blows open in its chest and it falls just back into
Whoa.
the snow and ice that it was.
Okay. Yeah,
Are we
it's
done
just like
playing now?
gone. What was that?
Are we done playing now?
Whoa. So
But
it like
seems as though
collapses.
she didn't say that to the group, but up into the sky.
Yeah, but to the wind. Ooh, okay. Madame Demange, you hear a kind of like sort of weird, like fiendish laugh coming in the wind. The others aren't quite hearing it yet, but you're definitely getting the feeling there's like, that there's this malevolent consciousness that is behind the storm. So while you're kind of doing this, the family sort of picks himself back up. The dad, Wyla, he notices you first, and he's like, "Oh, thank you so much. You have saved our lives." He has kind of a thick German accent, which I'm not doing justice to. I apologize. He's kind of like sandy blonde hair, going down to like a Van Dyke like mustache beard combo kind of thing. You notice he has like a set of goggles that's on like a strap over his forehead, and like his wagon is full of all sorts of weird like clockwork devices and like strange little doohickeys, thingamabobs. It's a regular Wonka's chocolate factory there in his wagon. And he's like, "It's a pleasure to meet you, and I thank you so much for saving the life of my family. I am Gunther Bugelheimer. This is my lovely wife, Ilsa, and my darling boy, Otto."
Hello, it's lovely to meet you. I didn't do anything. It was them mostly.
No, you most certainly uh, played your part and helped protect my family. And he offers his hand to you. And you, sir, you saved my life in particular. I owe you everything.
Oh, nothing to it. You owe me anything that's owe me you getting off this mountain safe.
Yes, that would be wonderful. I came here in search of my brother who tried to settle here, and I fear he disappeared in these mountains ahead of us. I have not seen any sign of him.
What's he named? Your
Uh,
brother.
what was that?
What does he named your brother?
Oh, Johann.
Johann.
Kesberg.
Hmm.
The little boy Otto is like staring at you, and he's like, "Oh, but that one, there's something." And the mother like is like, "Otto, hush." He does fall silent, but he kind of like goes a little closer to you, and he's like, "There's something strange about you, isn't it?"
Mind you perceptive. Don't you mind that.
I will do my best as long as you're here to help me protect my family.
I ain't here to do your family wrong.
I believe that is true. Lila, or actually, let me check back to so Madame Demanche.
Hmm.
You hear that weird, windy laughter in the air. Do you try further to communicate with this blizzard entity?
No, she doesn't really know what to say to it. You know what I mean? And there are these people here, and they're commenting on how weird Kesberg is, and she feels like if she starts talking to the literal air around them, that might just completely put them off.
It might very
So-
well do that.
She's deciding discretion is the better part of valor here.
Ooh. So as the storm is kind of worsening, Gunter sort of starts like going around adjusting his mechanisms, and he's like kind of going to try and like rouse the oxen, which seem like pretty frozen. And he's like, I believe if we could just find some shelter and wait out the storm, we should be all right. He adjusts his like goggles. He has all these like weird like dials and knobs on them, and he's like, these ingenious invention of my own devising. It allows me to see through things, to see what is hidden. I can see if there's gaze, sort of sometimes into the interior of living things, even, as well as helping me like see through the distance, even through the storm. He like spins around. Wyla, he like looks at you with this kind of like X-ray vision. What exactly do you think he would see?
Wyla would probably instinctually put her hand over her tits, at least. I don't know. I don't know what he would see. Maybe I'm assuming they're like specs that can see through like clothing, so yeah, she'd probably just cover herself.
Yeah, well, he can see like inside of like bodies, so it's like it's X-ray vision. You can kind of see like organs and that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Well, good thing I haven't eaten anything yet today.
Do you think he sees the host that is in you?
I don't
Or are you like
think
trying to hide
so.
from him?
It's more of a mental thing.
Ah, okay. Ooh, all right.
I will say that if he looks at Madame Demange, he notices that all of her organs are completely mummified.
Yeah, he notices that for sure. I think Wyla, he does notice like something is weird about Wyla. So I think like after doing this, he like pulls the goggles up and and then as well as seeing Madame Demange and starts kind of like uh readjusting them, but looking like way more nervous. Um, and Ilsa starts talking to him in German and in English too, and being like, "Do not be so rude. They have saved our lives. Uh, come on, you foolish inventor. See if we can get these cattle moving. You and your stupid goggles. Why'd you bring us here?" Um, meanwhile,
Don't be scared. If
Levi,
I meant you any harm, you
Oh.
would have been harmed.
he's like, "Oh, I am certain that is the case. Thank you." Levi,
Mhm.
the Otto, um, he's like, "Sir, there's something I need to show you. I think I know what is hurting my family, or what is hunting my family."
Cool. Well, you are
He-
very perceptive. Let's go.
Leads
Yeah.
he leads you around to the back of the wagon, and takes out like a sort of a book. It's one of those like horrific German kids books from like the 1830s.
Hmm.
And this one is called like Der Butzemann, which is sort of like a list of different like boogeyman figures that are
Hmm.
like like this one will kill you if you don't if you suck your thumb too much, if you don't clip your toenails, this one's gonna roast you alive on hot coals, like all that kind of horrible stuff. Um, there's like Krampus is in there for sure. There's like an evil raven monster called the Knockfrap. And then he brings you to one called Air Cult, which, and he's like, in English, this is Mr. Cold.
Hmm.
And you see it's like, these woodcut kind of style, or not woodcut, but these like, kind of fearsome looking illustrations of like an evil looking storm cloud that's like blowing frost and ice and like freezing a bunch of people.
Sure. Do you think I could use this book
He's
to
like,
sort of?
I think somehow.
Sorry, I was going to say it. Could I sort of use the book to investigate a mystery?
Yeah, please do.
Sure. Okay. We got 9 on the dice plus 1, so 10. Cool.
Ooh, okay.
So,
Ask some questions.
10. So I hold 2. Yeah, I guess using the book, we'll find out if like what sort of creature is this? Is this actually Haircold?
Ooh, okay. So reading through it, I mean, I think like, do you speak German? I mean, if not, the boy or Otto will translate for you. So
I'm gonna say no. He doesn't know German, so
Do you want to know what the
yeah.
book
So I think
says?
Otto will like. What's that?
I said, do you want to know what the book says? German's one of my many languages.
Ooh, do you bring it over to Madame Demange?
yeah. Yeah.
All right, you bring it over. You're kind of like you're hunched around this book. It's sort of holding it down as the wind is trying to blow over the pages. And there's it's kind of like a nursery rhyme style of like like if you're naughty and like you play in the snow too much and you don't come in when mama tells you, Air Cult will come and like freeze your blood and freeze your bones and like send scouring winds to flay your flesh. And the illustration, like it comes in through the rhymes, the illustrations, you see it's a very like malevolent, sort of like sadistic kind of figure, even if it's being sold as a more what's the word? Like moralistic,
Mhm.
don't do this kind of guy. Like,
Yeah.
and you hear like Otto explaining, like, I think even though we didn't do anything bad, Air Cult is here for us.
Do not worry. I do not believe Air Cult is here for you. Did she still
Ugh.
sense that thing on the wind?
You do sort of feel it, but it's kind of like fading away. Like Air Cult's kind of moving away from you right now. So the consciousness is sort of fading, even as the blizzard is like increasing.
I did feel his presence, but if you get away from us, you may be safe.
Yeah.
You see, I did something very bad to Air Cult. I tried to peer on his private business, and I do not think that he likes that. I don't think he likes that at all.
Ooh, Otto's like, well, that does make sense. I think all of you, but you in particular, maybe seem like the kind that the boogeyman would be afraid of. But I don't think of I fear that if we leave, we'll be in even worse shape than we are now.
Well,
Yeah, they look like they will like definitely not survive without you guys' help.
yeah.
Currently, Gunter is like trying to create some kind of homemade helicopter type flying device to try and escape that way. It is failing miserably.
Hmm.
Yeah, les Allemands.
So I do
Cassidy,
have one
or
more
Red.
question.
Oh yeah, Casper, go ahead.
So it does sound like this is what the creature is being described as. So, I guess we kind of already know what can hurt it. But, where did it go?
Ooh. You get the feeling that it's kind of like it's sort of leaving the blizzard to deal with you and then kind of like going further along the mountains. All right, Red. What are you doing as they're trying to sort of get the oxen moving and like or use a homemade helicopter to escape?
I don't trust the homemade helicopter.
Wise choice.
Pourquoi pas?
If they had been successful, we'd be seeing them. Just saying. I guess I want to try to get the oxen going. Try to help them basically get out of the rut of snow they're trapped in currently.
Ooh, okay. Why don't you give me a quick act under pressure roll?
Okay. Free roll, no bonuses. Total 9.
Nice.
Ooh, a 9?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Okay, worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. Ooh, this is tough. Let's get the oxen going. You can tell like they're pretty hungry, so luring them, dangling some food in front of them will get them going. But it will take like a good amount of the rations you guys brought with you. Do you want to
Rations
risk
are
it
the
to
one
feed
thing
the oxen?
you don't want. I will use a luck point. Yeah, succeeded on this roll.
Okay. All right, you mark that luck point, and yeah, the oxen are like able to you're able to like get the snow off them. They kind of pull themselves up, and they can pull the wagon again. As you are doing this, you see a lone figure riding like a scraggly mule through into the clearing. This guy's wearing like a sort of a rumpled like threadbare bear skin. He's got like a top hat, kind of like a almost like an Undertaker's like stovepipe hat on. He looks sort of like cadaverous. He's like very, very large, large eyes. He has like definitely he's weapons on his mule. He's not looking too aggressive though. He sort of like holds the reins. He's like, "Oh, looks like I found me some travelers stranded in the snow. Lucky that I came upon you when I did. It's fixing to be a real bad one. I got a nice shelter out there. We can wait out the storm if you want to follow me. The name's Boone Helm, by the way. Another
Boone.
wayward soul lost in these mountains."
Can I read a bad situation on this dude?
Let's do it, and then I think we're gonna call it there after we get the options
This
there.
guy is
Yes,
so
go
suspicious
ahead.
as fuck.
Yeah.
I know that name.
10.
Yeah. Okay, what questions would you like to ask? You have three questions there.
What's the best way to protect the people that we just saved?
Ooh.
That's a good
I
question.
think getting them away from Boone Helm is good, and finding some like shelter to wait out the storm.
Getting them away from Boone. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are there any dangers that I haven't noticed yet?
Ooh. I mean, I think you notice Boone is a danger. Probably like the storm itself is going to like worsen and get really bad very soon. So I think that's probably the biggest danger.
I have one more question. What's my best way out?
Ooh, that's really good. I think with your like kind of keen senses, and you've been in the frontier for a while, you do see like now that the oxen are going, there's like a path down kind of like through the forested area. It sort of like slopes, and it looks like there's a way to some like kind of some jagged some rocky outcroppings that could offer some good shelter from the increasing blizzard. So it looks like there's some stony area further down that could be a good way to wait out the storm.
Oh, Boone, I think we got ourselves, we got our wagon here moving. I think we're gonna head on down that away, and I appreciate the offer, but you just give me the heebie-jeebies.
He just gives you like this big, fearsome smile, and actually, Levi, he looks right at you, and he's like, well, partner, I'm real sorry about that. But if I scare you, you might want to take a look at that there fella right there, because what I got, he got just as bad. And that is where we are going to leave this episode. Oh, kind of a bit of a cliffhanger. I think some scary times with Boone Helm are going to happen.
Right in time
there
for
are-
Halloween.
Funny enough, Boone Helm is also known as Levi Boone Helm.
Yeah, I think that is indeed. Yeah, he's one of those guys with like a bunch of names.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's
But yeah,
one
if
of,
I'm doing, like,
one of the
Mickey
name
Mouse
fakes that
stuff-
I took for Levi.
Ooh, that is super cool.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and do our end of session moves here. So you can get some more level up points. Did we conclude the current mystery?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
Did we? I'll leave that one. I'll answer because I know that one. Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
I would say so.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so for sure. Learn about like these new learned about like the outlaw Joaquin Murrieta, how there's other people working for the Arcadian Club, and then how there's like this evil frosty boogeyman who's causing the blizzards. All right, so number 3. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Maybe. I mean, I definitely did, knowing that Levi Kesberg might actually be worse than Boone Helm somehow.
I think so. I think Madame Demanche also revealed some interesting powers. I think Wyla did too.
Red Cassidy is a normal human being surrounded by weird people.
Yeah, I think Red's kind of playing the cards close to the vest for a little bit.
Yeah,
But
for
yeah,
now.
that's for now. So that is 3 or 4. So it gets to mark 2 experience points.
So yeah, I leveled up and have 1 rollover.
Nice.
Woo!
Bumping
Monster
Beard
just
up
leveled
to
up?
3. Yeah, I leveled up.
Oh,
I'm
awesome.
bumping, and I got 1 to roll over, so let's do that. And yeah, I am gonna go ahead and increase Weird to 3.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of had a checklist for this character of like, okay, I want to get Immortal because she should have had that from the start, but I couldn't have it from the start. Then get the big whammy to do things like she just did, and then, you know, this. Getting her weird up all the way.
Always good to give those. Boosting up the stats is always like the less interesting one, but it could be the better option sometimes. Mechanically, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Well, that brings episode 1 of Arc 2 to a close, and I hopefully we'll be back next week.
Yeah, that's the
um,
plan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, Patrick Haley, thank you so much for joining us. We do hope
Yeah.
you come back for some more episodes.
Of course, yeah.
I
Thanks
mean-
for having me.
Haley, super
Awesome.
special guest. You know, Patrick. He's kind of like a cornerstone
Oh, God.
of this
no.
joint.
God.
He turned
Good
it
day,
around.
No, thanks for coming, dude. We haven't seen your face on this stream for a minute, bro.
I
So
know. Hey,
it was
maybe
really
again
nice to
next
see
week.
you. So cool. We'll be back next week. That's always the plan, to be here every Tuesday. We've been doing this, gosh, since 2016, 2017, something like that.
Late in 2016, I want to say.
Yeah.
with,
So just because it's fun, and it's fun to see people come in, play, take a break, come back in, special guests, see, you know, different systems that everybody likes to run. So if you like to see some backlog, we got it all up on our YouTube, the whole backlog on there. Some of it's not as organized as it could be. That's my fault, but a lot of them are. Most of the backlog is organized on YouTube. So, but check out Monster of the Week. It's really fun. It's really kind of straightforward. There's a lot of variations of Monster of the Week. So if this is not your flavor, there's plenty other flavors out there of the Monster of the Week kind of system. So, thank you guys. It's really nice to see you. We'll see you next Tuesday. But until then, make sure to pull up a chair and
Make
time
to
time to
tabletop.
tabletop.
To tabletop.
Every
Perfect.
time. Love it.
Perfect
Yeah.
every
It's
time.
just
Oh, yeah.
amazing. It's
All right,
so
see you.
it's just
Yeah, row your boat can suck it. All right, see ya.